Be the frequency. Be the frequency. Don't keep up with the frequency. Somebody sent me a little quote. You guys know I love my little cheesy quotes. Somebody sent me one the other day. You guys remember when I was talking about feeling for a moment there like I had to dull my shine, like I had to slow my roll in order to make other people comfortable so I wouldn't, push them too hard, meaning like I wouldn't put them in an uncomfortable position or something like that. But then I was reminded like that's how we get better. That's how anything gets better, whether it's ourselves, our environment around us is we don't just follow the trend. We don't just stay in the cycle. Like we break cycles. We make cycles. We are the frequency. We don't just follow the frequency. And that's what somebody sent me was there's a little cheesy quote that goes something like this. Some people have to keep up with the frequency and some people are the frequency. There's a major difference. And there is. There's totally a difference. That's why I have behind me now a little reminder, be the frequency. So I can remember for me, it's not my job to come down from my motivation, from my focus. It's not your job to come away from your goals, to deny yourself all of the things that you work for, to bring yourself down to a lower level where people aren't willing to rise up and achieve the things that they need to achieve or want to achieve. They just want to keep you down here, right? And it's comfortable for them because then they don't have to push themselves at all. They just keep low functioning, don't have to put in too much effort. Nothing's really expected of me and therefore I won't let myself or others down. But if you're up here, that makes me uncomfortable because I see you doing the things and I know I could do that if I really pushed myself and I was the frequency rather than following the frequency. But it's easier sometimes for people to kind of try to pull you back down because what do they say? Misery loves company, right? And if you start breaking yourself out of that and rising above, it makes people angry or uncomfortable or insecure or jealous or all the things. And you guys don't owe anyone for you to slow down or for you to stop working towards your goals. You don't. You owe it to yourself to give everything you have to achieve what you deserve out of this life. But also, it motivates other people. And those who aren't willing to be motivated, that's just going to be their thing. And until they realize that they have to work for those things just like you are, it's going to take effort and change is hard, right? And so if I don't change, I stay right here. That's easy. I know this. If I want to get up here, I want to get off probation, I want to get out of I want to get out of detention. I want to go back to school. I want to get good grades. I want to move on and have all the things that I want in this life. Sooner or later, you gotta break out of this. You gotta rise above, and it's hard. It is. It takes work, and work is hard. Change is hard for people. That's natural. But what is also natural, unfortunately, is those people who aren't willing to put that work in. They really work hard for some reason at taking you and trying to grab onto you to bring you back down to their level. Don't let it happen to you. Do not dull your shine. You be the frequency. Don't follow that frequency. Don't fall into that cycle. Break the cycle. Make your own cycle. You guys all have it in you. Every single one of you do. All of us do. We all can achieve all of our goals and do all of the things no matter what that enemy might tell us sometimes that lives between our two ears occasionally. But we work hard to not let that happen, no matter what that voice or other people's voices or whatever happens, whatever they try to tell you, you have it in you. You all do. And I promise if you set the frequency, if you break free from this level and realize that you're destined for greater things, there it is. You believe it of yourself, you start speaking it of yourself, and therefore you create it for yourself. That's the whole thing. That's the new cycle. You did it. And you broke out of that. So there you go. I for one second there, for a real quick second, thought I might have to follow the frequency for a while and just kind of chill out and not push myself and others around me so hard because it's making people uncomfortable. Not the case. If somebody's uncomfortable, I'm certainly willing, and you guys should be too. You got to hear them out, of course. You don't want to make anybody uncomfortable or uneasy or offended or anything. But man, at the end of the day, you got a job, and that job is to achieve what's best for you, and those that depend on you, and those that care about you, and the rest will come. And being a responsible citizen in your community and in your environment, that's a part of it. And so that's what you owe it to. And that's the big difference maker, is whether or not you're willing to follow the frequency or be the frequency. I encourage all of you to set that tone. You all have big voices, big personalities, and a way to influence others. You've shown that. I've seen that of you since you've been here. You have influence. Some of you are more vocal. Some of you do through actions. It doesn't matter. You don't, it's how you carry yourself. It's what you do. It's the person that you are. Don't dull your shine. Keep going. Be the frequency. Break the cycle. And then make your own cycle. That's what we do. Guys, thank you for listening always, every day. I know sometimes I get going on a rant and you guys hang in there with me, but I hope you're hearing it. I say a lot of this stuff because it's happened to me in my own life, and I've seen it. I've seen it from front to back. I know kind of how this stuff works, and I'm still learning. I tell you guys that all the time. I'm still learning, and that is life. That's part of life, is always being able to take in suggestions and criticism, but know you can't deviate from your path. If you have goals and you have things that you want to do with your life, it's on you to stay focused and try to reach those. You can't get pulled down. So be that frequency. That's what we're here for. Set the tone, guys. Break the cycle. See ya.